In this video, I am going to show you how to sew your side seam and how to square off the bottom of your Tupelo tag-along. When you square off the bottom of your Tupelo tag-along, you're also going to be sewing this button on at the same time. So first, you can either sew by hand or by machine this side seam. If you're sewing by machine, just top stitch about 1/4 of an inch away from your binding seam and top stitch all the way down to the bottom, or you can top stitch from the bottom to the top. Make sure you back stitch up there. Or you can hand sew it. I personally believe that hand sewing looks a little bit neater, and I like to hand sew. And it is a simple stitch. Simply take your needle, and I'm using a milliner's size 7 needle with thicker 12 weight cotton or a fill thread. You can use pearl cotton, anything that would closely match your fabric. So place your needle in. Your needle comes out at the bottom. Place your needle in just slightly behind where the needle comes out, and then go across about 1/4 of an inch, and then drop down to the lower edge of your side. Pull tight. Go in, drop down to the bottom edge of your side, pull tight. Go in, drop down to the bottom edge, and pull tight. Now I'm going to do one more seam right at the bottom, and I'm going to go back and forth. Now this corner is not going to show because this corner will be tucked up to square off the bottom of your pouch. Now we're not sewing across that seam. All you're doing is tucking it up. So I want my needle to be on the inside of the bag. So I'm just going to push it all the way through. Then I'm going to take this corner, and with my finger I'm going to tuck it up. Now I want to make sure that that's tucked up nice and neatly. And you want to tuck it so that these 4 tubes are what are what's squared off. So let me see if I can show this on the other side. See, these 4 tubes are the 4 tubes that are squared off. Now, because your needle is inside, you're going to tack this triangle, and let me see if I can show this. Can you see the triangle that's down there? You're going to tack this triangle to the side of your tag-along. As you do that, you're actually going to sew the button to the bottom of your finger handle. So your thread's going to come out. You'll sew your button on like this. Put your needle back through, right back through that triangle that's formed at the bottom to tack it. Make sure that the thread is not twisted. And then do this, go in and out through the top of your triangle and out through the buttonholes at least 4 or 5 times. I'm just going to do it twice here for purposes of this video. Like that. And then you have to do a little bit of folding and squaring the bottom so that your Tupelo tag-along sits flat at the bottom. So do a little finger pressing and stuff so that it sits nice and square. After you've added this bottom button, go back in and add the top button, and that's just sewn straight through just the finger handle, just this part right here. And then add a zipper pull to make it easier to open the zipper. That's it.